Society has weaponized the word delusional. From the time that you were a child, you were told to be realistic, to keep your feet on the ground, to stop daydreaming, and to look at the facts. But I'm here to tell you that being realistic is the fastest way to guarantee that your life never changes. Being realistic is a trap. When you are being realistic, you are simply looking at the data from the past, looking at your current limitations and projecting them into your future. You are using your logic to create a carbon copy of yesterday. If you want to break the loop, if you want to manifest a life that is radically different from the one that you have now, you have to be willing to be called crazy. You have to be willing to be delusional. Because in the world of quantum mechanics and neuroscience, delusion is just another word for operating ahead of time. Every single visionary, every billionaire, every inventor who ever changed the world was called delusional right up until the moment they succeeded. The Wright brothers were delusional for thinking metal could fly. Edison was delusional for thinking he could capture light in a bulb. To the average man, they were insane. But to the manifesting mind, they were simply holding a vision that the physical world hasn't caught up to yet. You have to understand that your current reality, the money in your bank, the house you live in, the job you have, is just a lag. It's lagging. It's the exhaust fume of your past thoughts. If you only believe what you can see with your eyes, you are a slave to the past. Delusion is the act of ignoring the exhaust fumes and driving the car based on the map in your head. To understand why this is vital, we have to look at neuroscience of perception. Your brain does not see reality. It projects reality. Your eyes take in light, but your brain interprets that light based on what it expects to see. This is called predictive coding. Your brain is constantly predicting what is about to happen based on what has happened before. If you wake up and think, I am broke, your brain predicts a day of struggle and literally filters your sensory perception to find evidence of struggle. It blocks out opportunities. It blinds you to solutions. This is where constructive delusion can save you. When you decide to be delusional, when you decide to walk around believing that you are wealthy, believing that you are chosen, believing that you are lucky, you are hacking your brain's predictive engine. You are forcing your reticular activating system to scan the world looking for evidence of your new belief. You stop seeing obstacles and you start seeing bridges. You are not losing your mind. Remember, crazy people don't know they're crazy. They don't question themselves. You are changing your filter. You are telling your brain that we are no longer scanning for danger. We're scanning for gold. And because the brain is goal-seeking mechanism, it will find what you command it to find. But it cannot find wealth if you are realistically focusing on poverty. You have to hallucinate the wealth first for the brain to recognize it in the 3D world. This brings us to the vibration of certainty. Most people think that manifesting is about hoping or wishing. But the universe does not respond to hope. It doesn't respond to wish. Hope implies doubt. Hope implies I don't have it. The universe responds to knowing. And sometimes knowing something that hasn't happened yet looks exactly like delusion to the outside world. This is actually the specific psychological key that we found when we studied past lottery winners to create the lottery bundle linked in the description. We noticed that long before they bought the winning ticket, many of them had a delusional sense of calm, a bizarre certainty that it was already done, which aligned the frequency with the whim. They bypassed the logic that said that odds are 1 in 300 million and lived in the internal reality where odds were 1 in 1. That level of conviction is what collapses the wave function. In quantum physics, the observer effect states that a particle exists in all possible states until it is observed. If you observe your life with the lens of hope I can pay rent, you collapse the reality of struggle. But if you observe your life with the delusional lens of I am overflowing with abundance, even when the mailbox is filled, you are using your consciousness to collapse a new probability. You are overriding the default system of the matrix. But the hardest part of this, and the reason why most people fail, is the social mirror. We are social creatures after all. And we are terrified of looking stupid. We are terrified that if we walk around acting like we are rich, when we are broke, people will laugh at us, think we're frauds. They'll say we're in denial. You have to make a choice right now. Do you want to be accepted? Or do you want to be rich? You cannot be both normal and exceptional. Normal people are broke. Normal people are stressed. Normal people are divorced and unhappy. If you want what the 1% have, you have to think like the 1%. And the 1% do not let the external world dictate their internal world. They have a reality distortion field. They reject the evidence of their senses if it contradicts their vision. When you are deep in the delusion of your wish fulfilled, you stop reacting to the 3D. When a problem arises, the realist panics, but the delusional manifester laughs. Why? Because the delusional manifester knows that this is just a plot twist in a movie that ends with them winning. They don't take the problem seriously. And because they don't take it seriously, they don't feed the energy, and it dissolves, goes away. And this, my friend, is the ultimate power, removing your emotional reaction from the current reality. So how do you practice this without actually losing your grip on sanity? You don't have to tell your skeptical friends what you're doing. You don't have to announce your delusions to the world. You do it internally. You cultivate a secret garden in your mind. When you are driving to your 9 to 5, you mentally play the role of a CEO checking on his field operations. When you're eating a sandwich, you savor it as if Gordon Ramsay made it himself. You overlay a digital filter of luxury onto your analog life. This is not escaping reality. You're simply overwriting reality. The subconscious mind learns through repetition and emotion. If you spend 15 hours a day stressed about money and 15 minutes a day visualizing wealth, well, the stress wins. The stress is the dominant program. Delusion allows you to hold the frequency of wealth for 12, 14, 16 hours a day because you are essentially role-playing. You are acting your own life. And eventually the line blurs, and the role becomes reality, and the mask becomes the face. You must understand that the placebo effect is the most scientific proof of the power of delusion. In medical studies, people are given sugar pills and told it's medicine. They believe it so strongly that their bodies produce real chemicals to heal their real diseases. They deluded themselves into health. If a thought can switch together tissue and knit together bone, do you not think a thought can rearrange your finances a little bit? Do you not think a thought can draw a specific person to you? The mechanism is exactly the same. Your belief is the command. Your reality is the printout. So stop apologizing for those big dreams and stop shrinking them to fit the logic of small-minded people. Embrace the delusion. Wear it like armor. Be the person who feels wealthy when the account is empty, because that delusion is the energetic bridge that connects where you are to where you're going. And without it, you're just standing on the edge of a cliff, waiting for a bridge that will never build itself. Build it with your imagination. Walk across it with your conviction, and let the world call you crazy. And while the world is calling you crazy, can you hit the like button if you'd be so kind, and comment down below, I am meant for more. And catch you when we align once again. Thank you for watching.